So the amorphous they define insanity as repeating the same sequence of events over and over again and expecting different results. And yet here we are doing just that. Welcome back to Pathologic, a game which I am very good at. Wink. No, I think we're doing okay, all things considered. I've actually had a look at the Steam reviews, and a lot of people say that like it's a big learning curve, a big speed bump getting over the first day, and after that you get a lot more invested. And yeah, this first day is not going great for me thus far. This is what episode? Is this episode 6? Is this episode 5? I don't know, one of them, somewhere around there. But either way,
People grab too much power for.
either way, I forgot what I was saying because I was too busy dealing with this. I was saying something really cool though. I'm sure you can vouch for that. The thing I was saying was really engaging and informative. How do I get to the warehouse where the boys play? What do you need that for? I'll ask them about that traitor of yours. Really? Oh, fine. I've got nothing to hide from you. Impossible to hide anything from around here anyway. I'll show you the place. It's in the southern part of the warehouses. Just you get past the railroad, maybe they'll let you in. Thank you. Yeah, well. I knew that anyway, but whatever. Get a mark on the old mapperoonie. Anything else for me?
Yeah?
Let's see what you got for sale, Grief. No food, I'm sure. I'm certain. I think that is, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I feel like I'm getting to be a bit of a broken record at this point, but I really need to, oh. Hey, factory man, how about fixing this barrel for me? And sharpen the knife too. Interesting, so this guy repairs things. Good to know. Good to know. We need to find food. There has to be a source of food somewhere in this video game. I know water increases your food bar very slightly, but it also, was it lowering my health? It was lowering, yeah, it was my health it was lowering, right? I think it was my health. It was lowering something anyway. I feel like there's got to be a solution that isn't just drinking 9,000 bottles of water in order to not starve to death, you know? I just don't know what that solution is. Question mark? I feel like maybe I'm not being thorough enough with looting things. That's why I'm running around smashing the E key on literally everything right now. I don't know how much that's going to help me though. This building's cool. Can we go in this one? At some point maybe. It's locked at the moment though. How about this building? Did we not get some like lockpicks or something at some point? Was that not a thing? Maybe not. I don't know. I could probably do that real quick though. I think maybe we still head to the Hunchback's house. I think maybe that's still the plan, just because there's a lot of medicinal supplies in there, and even if we don't get the blood for the quest right away, I think maybe doing that is a sensible move. Just get the old health up, because I don't think my health doesn't tick down like my hunger does, right? I need more empty bottles. Okay. So I think it's more important to deal with the hunger and just walk around on low health, because after all, unless I pick a fight at this point, I'm not going to get in one, right? As long as I'm careful about who I talk to and shit. Plenty of empty bottles around, so we can make plenty of... What's your deal, kid? Oh, that's startling. What's wrong with you? Tell me about the theatre. Oh, it's our pièce de la résistance, or some French shit. The place for this most significant things to happen. The shows they do. Puppet plays about a shade, an orphan that came out victorious, a little thief girl, and a scientist who made the world end. Lots of stuff. So it's a puppet show, huh? Not only that, they also have the masks perform every evening, but I'm not allowed to see those shows. Why? I'm too little a boy. I see. Can you imagine a child who says the phrase, "I'm too little a boy"? Not just I'm too little or I'm too young or, you know, that sort of shit, but I'm too little a boy. Oh, it's like a fucking Tory as a kid. Imagine Boris Johnson coming out with that shit. Precocious little 4-year-old, you know. Right, enough politics. We don't do politics around here, aside from when I constantly do politics around here. It's a bad look, you know. Nah, I'm all about just, you know, saying what you think, honestly. When it comes to shit like that, like, if someone's gonna get mad at me on the internet for not liking a political party, then I don't particularly want them following me anyway, you know. Ooh. Okay, it puts my exhaustion up, but it gets my hunger down. That's what it does. The problem is sleeping gets your exhaustion down, but your hunger up. So it seems like you can't really win there. Like, both bars are going to creep up, and you can just sort of trade one for the other to sort of balance them a bit. In fact, maybe I should do that a little bit more, try and get them more in line. There's this little water fountain. It's just an endless source of being able to do that, which is nice. Presumably it's going to be like what happened last time though, where if my exhaustion bar gets to full just like my hunger bar did, I'm going to be in trouble. So we need to get some shit done, I think. I'll go to the Hunchback's house, which I believe is in this direction. Yeah, we're heading in roughly the right direction here. Very good. We'll go to the Hunchback's house. We'll get some medical supplies, get that health up a bit. We won't bother drawing blood right now. That's hopefully something we can do later. I don't know if there's a time limit on that or anything. Like after one day he just dies or whatever. It's quite possible. But I think I should be more worried about keeping myself alive rather than trying to complete quests. And that seems to be a much more pressing issue for me, honestly. Yeah, go to the Hunchback's house, get myself patched up a bit, and then, I don't know, maybe we just, like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe we use the drinking fountain a bunch, get ourselves to, like, the edge of exhaustion, and then go sleep. I don't know. I don't know what the better option is. Seems like we just need to find some better food, in all honesty, but as I keep saying, not much of an idea how to do that right now. I do feel like there's those shops with like a cow head or whatever on the sign, which won't talk to me yet, right? Was this the Hunchback's house? It was, yeah. So here's a thought. Here is another possibility. Can't remember which one. I think it might have popped upstairs that they had the recovery stuff. Another possibility, as I see it, is we do draw the blood. We race over to the graveyard. We complete that quest. Maybe that gets us a better reputation. So the cow head shops will start selling us stuff. Because that, I believe, is where we're going to get meat from. This is all... I'm going on assumption a lot here. But assumption's all I've really got to go on right now, so I may as well double down on that. Yeah, that sounds like a plan, actually. That sounds like a good idea. I have them occasionally. Not often, but occasionally. I'll come out with an idea that kind of works for me. I just don't know how high I need my reputation to be before people actually start approving of my existence. I mean, it seemed quite easy to get my reputation to the point where they're not trying to murder me in the street anymore. So maybe we don't have to get that much higher before we get to the point where it's actually safe to go into shops and stuff. Maybe. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. Yes. Stuff. Good, I fucking love stuff. Big stuff fan here. Yo. We need blood, not asking for myself. Okay, I'll come back later. Put the fist down, that's not what we want to do. Drugs, we use the bandage and that gets us feeling a lot better. I feel like I got a second tourniquet. That's how that's pronounced. A second tourniquet when we came in last time, but alright, let's go. Let's go. Race back to the graveyard. I think I can get there in time. The bars don't tick up that quickly. I think they were only going up quicker before because I used some drugs and I think they were affecting my my hunger and exhaustion rates or whatever. I think that was the mistake I made. Quickest way to here. Probably back the way I came, I think. Oh, we're kind of in like a courtyardy bit though, aren't we? Need to get around that wall over there. God, I hope this works out for me. Because bear in mind, I need to get all the way across to the other side of the map. Donate the blood to that lad. Hopefully that will get my reputation high enough for the shopkeepers. Then I have to then remember where a meat shopkeeper was. Which I don't right now. Get to one. And then go in and hope that my reputation will be high enough for them to sell to me. Then I have to, you know, assuming all that makes sense. There's one here, but this is way too far away. Assuming all that works out, I then have to hope I have enough money or enough trade goods or whatever in order to actually afford some meat from them. And then hope I don't have to cook it or anything, that it's just a thing I can just consume and instantly get healed. And then, after all that, I will then have to race to a bed and sleep. So, it's not going to be easy, I don't think. It's not going to be the smoothest challenge I've ever overcome. But I've done some pretty dumb shit in video games before. You know, I've got shit done. Very rarely in these videos, mind you. The pressure's always on when you're recording, you know. And if I ever mentioned, I went back to Hollow Knight. If you've seen any of my Hollow Knight videos, you'll know I was fucking dog shit at that game. I stumbled my way to the end. I played that game again since, and obviously, you play something a second time, you're going to be better at it, right? But I steamrolled that game. I did the White Palace, I did the Nightmare King, whatever he was called, Grim, or whatever he was called. I did all that shit, you know. No more than a few attempts per boss. It was a fucking thing of beauty, you know. But no one will ever believe me. That's just my little secret, you know. I have the personal knowledge that me, Joe, overcame those challenges. Even if it was never committed to the great YouTube in the sky. I assume YouTube's in the sky. I assume that's where it lives, right? They say the cloud, right? So I assume there's some like vapor, some like neuron system up in the sky. They save data in moisture droplets. I assume that's how it all works. How else could it possibly make sense? Why would they call it a cloud otherwise, you know? I don't know, half talk some shit, don't I? It's quite a long trek across this map, so I've got to fill space. I mean, technically, I could just do this and then fast forward it in post, but then you wouldn't be getting the true Pathologic experience, which, honestly, it involves quite a bit of walking. This is 90% of this game for the most part, is walking and panicking. You can do both at once, it's like multitasking. Hello.
He is ruthless. That man with a snakeskin coat. He doesn't know compassion.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of new guests so soon. One of them I will put by the wall. 3 more over the hill. Spaces are plenty on the far side. You're creepy as fuck. Here, I bought you some blood, even though it cost me quite a lot. You've done a very good deed. I'll do my best to tell everyone about it. Will they listen though? Hey, there you go. Even after you kicked the ever-loving shit out of me, I gave you my blood. So, enjoy HIV, I guess. Hello. That was a close one, mate. Why didn't you finish me off? I did it for myself, not for you. The words of an honest man, how can I repay you? Like, do you need anything of mine? Tell me who sent you. It sort of happened all by itself. Someone said that one of the rulers promised a reward for the killer. Don't know who it was, Kane or Fat Vlad maybe. So they sent us up to keep watch. He's going to wait for the train, they said, and when it comes, bam, and he's out. Watch his smoke then. So which one was it? Kane or Vlad? I don't know, I really don't. I think it was Vlad. It's not like I was assigned. I'm not a leader by nature, you know. I just followed my mate's cue. You were told by the bony man-eater... What? We were told that the bony man-eater had to be caught. Is that what I am, a bony man-eater? We even did the garlic thing, and there you go. That's how it turned out. You silly people. Okay, that's cool. I just have to hope that was enough. I could possibly have got more from talking to the girl again, but right now I just have a reputation to check. I ran past a meat place not so long ago on my way through town, so if I retrace my steps I should be able to get to one. I hope. Pray for me. Pray for me, lads. This is gonna be a tough one. This doesn't work out, I don't know what I'll do. Can I see my reputation? Not with that button. Shit. Not with that button. I know it's one of these. There we go. Our reputation's nearly full, honestly. Like, if that's not high enough to... If that's not high enough to buy meat, I don't know what is. I'm nearly, like, the perfect person. I don't know if there's any way of marking on maps, because that would be real helpful if there was. That's not a food place. I say I am also just assuming. I am assuming here that these... There it is. These meat places. This little symbol of a cow head. This is going to sell me meat. Please, sell me meat. Please? I'm so hungry. Smoked meat. Meat was cooked a month ago, very nutritious and filling. It's very popular among townsfolk and thus relatively hard to come by nowadays. We also have dried meat. This meat was cooked 3 weeks ago. The rest of it being infected is negligible, but is still the meat of a steppe animal. Large shipments of dried meat have been prepared in the transportation of the... Okay, right. And this is bread, correct? A piece of stale bread, hard as rock but no signs of mould. Unlikely to be dangerous, but rumour has it that it can be. And how much... Oh, I've got enough for that. Okay, I bought the smoked meat. And now... Did I buy the smoke? Did I automatically eat it? I don't think I did. Where is it? Did I not complete the transaction? Okay, I have to click that button. I have to click the little V button. I understand. Okay, well that wasn't a lot, but it was something. Oh, he only had one piece? What the fuck, man? I guess I'll take all of your food. I'm hoping that gold ring I stole will be worth enough to feed me for a day or so as well. Okay, hunger is right down. Brilliant. So, I mean, health is down too, but as long as I don't get in any pickles, that'll be fine. Probably should have tried to get that knife off that dude instead of just getting answers like I went for, but I think my next step, my exhaustion isn't too high yet, so what we're going to do first is fucking save. Yeah, you thought I'd forgotten to do that, didn't you? Well, I had, but I unforgot again. Which one of these? One of these over here was where the dude hunting me was hanging out. I think it might be this one, the Stillwater. I want to go back and talk to him again. I feel like that's a pretty sensible move right now. And I think I've got enough time to get that done before I pass out from exhaustion, because it is going up very, very slowly. I have to start making some money though. That's my next problem. I need to get my health up. I need to get enough food to, you know, generally stay stable in the coming times. Hello. Yeah, you sell these. 165. Ah, it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth it, I think. Get that health up a little bit. So now if someone takes a misliking to me, I might have a chance of running away before I die. But now I am absolutely out of money. I've spent everything I came here with on a little bit of meat and a thing to tie around a bleeding wound. So, all things considered, not a great first day. At least I'm alive. At least I'm alive. I might just chug a load of water just before I go to bed as well. Just get my hunger down as low as physically possible before I heal my exhaustion off, you know what I mean? I feel like that makes sense. I can't remember if sleeping does, like, fully clear your exhaustion or not. Probably if you sleep for 8 hours it does, right? If you get the approved 8 hours of sleep, which no human adult has ever had in their life. Not unless they're, like, really drunk and have nowhere to be the next day. That's the only time you get a full night's sleep. And even then, because you were really drunk, you wake up feeling like shit the next day anyway, so the sleep doesn't help that much. If you get 8 hours sleep on the regular, then tell me how you do it, please. Tell me how you fit life in. Right, it's up here somewhere. Back in the nice part of town. I see this is the nice part of town. It's still very brown and grey and has a lot of people who tried to murder me when I was here the first time round, but look, I mean, look at this fella. Good morals and luck were a great help in managing a small community without resorting to violence. Personal standing can work wonders. Sorry, I can't help feasting my eyes on your outfit. Who was the mad tailor? He had no response to that. I guess he didn't want to talk to me because I called his outfit mad. I meant mad in a positive way, though. It was positively mad. I liked it. I know I said I was looking for that one dude, but I'm kind of curious by this collection of buildings right now. Can we go in here? Nah, of course we can't. This one isn't even a... It's not a door, it's a fucking elaborate set of stairs up to a drinking fountain. Is the door around this side? Can go in this one, apparently. The fuck? It's an upside down person. Doing a poo. They're popping a squat, but in the great inversion. Their feces shall transcend into heaven, and it shall be a... What the fuck? Alright. Some interesting choices of art around here. No one in here. No one in here. Oh, someone in here. Hello. Hi, I broke into your house. I don't think we've met.
Autumn is gloomy this year.
Rest. All I need now is some rest. This is Victor Kane. What do we know about him? Someone whose name I cannot pronounce his take on him. A new structure of power relationships is being established in the town. Personally, I would have preferred the next triumvirate to be led by Victor. Alas, Victor is utterly loathsome of anything that has to do with fame, authority, or public adoration. He has every right to claim the throne, but will hand it over to his daughter just like he did before, when his terrifying wife was still with us. Andrei Stamatin says Victor was the only person who could control Nina the Wild. She obeyed Simon and Georgi I'm sorry to any Russians who might see this video, but that was only out of respect for the family's strict morals. And yet Nina followed Victor's word unquestionably, although he never demanded that respect from her. It's all very mysterious. How did he tame the demon, and why did he allow her to complete and unrestricted freedom? I was just popping in to make sure you're alive and well. Which you are, so that's cool. Can I steal your shit? Nope, I cannot steal your shit. Well, nice to see you, Victor. I don't know if we have a previous established relationship, or if I'm just some dude who broke into your house to check that you're alive. Could be either, but I'll be on my way now. I can't help notice that your door is smaller from the inside than it is from the outside, but we won't question that. That's just how some things are sometimes. Doors can be mysterious beasts, you know? Taking some time to truly consider the deep philosophical musings of Average Joe. Doors can be mysterious beasts. Doors can be anything they want to be, I think. Oh, I accidentally brought up my quest log. I did notice that there's a little something extra here now. Okay, yeah, that's just telling about what I've got done. Not really much else to read here, I don't think. I think we've done what we were told. That's cool. So no real outstanding quests aside from, you know, finding the murderer, which is a sort of vague, overarching concept. But fingers crossed. Maybe eventually we'll start stumbling into a bit more success. Starting with this building right here. Hey! Are you scared of me?
He will find Simon's murderer.
What's your name? There's no reason for you to call me by name. Yeah. Then I should probably give you a funny nickname.
It's so quiet around now.
Are you scared of me? I thought the Bachelor was staying here. He'll protect you if anything goes wrong. Okay, she's still scared of me. I thought maybe since my reputation was better this time around, it would not be such a big issue for me to just talk to her, but whatever.
Why
Hello.
did they block off the termitary?
I get that feeling too. Does this mean we're alike? Better a bad piece than a good quarrel.
Yes.
15. Oh, it all makes sense now. How do you know that? Hope the townsfolk will gradually accept the fact that the face of the monsters isn't mine. That's a shame. Cool, 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 cool. We did some shit there. And I believe his whole thing was to come back and talk to him tomorrow, right? I did just get the message that I have a new quest. Got the little rune thing pop up, which means something. The ghastly accusation was refuted, my innocence has been proven. It's now a matter of time before my reputation is fully restored. I can likely claim to my father's inheritance and feel worthy of his name. Brilliant, cool. So that means we can actually get the inheritance now. But I think first on the agenda is get some fucking sleep. I've noticed my exhaustion is reaching tipping point now. I should be able to get back to... Did Vlad the Younger have a bed? I can't remember actually. Shit. We'll aim for Big Vlad, I think. I did note that the man who we fought and then revived with our blood, won't question that too much, but that fella did mention that he thought Big Vlad might have been the guy who sent the people after me. Which is quite the betrayal, I think. I thought we were pals, but maybe we're not. So I need to perhaps be a bit more wary about Big Vlad. I'm not going to accuse him of anything, if that's even an option. But I am going to... Can I really not... Well, fuck you, video game. What do I do now? Am I trapped down here? Oh, I can go this way. Maybe we head to Vlad the Younger's and just pray there's a bed there. I think there was a bed there, right? So I feel like my exhaustion is getting a little bit out of hand. And this accidental detour I took because of that wall I can't jump over has set me back a bit. I'd say I wish there was a sprint key in this game, but I imagine it would drain exhaustion or something if I was using it, and I'd probably end up using it too much and end up getting myself killed a lot. So it's probably for the best that there isn't. Vlad the Younger is off to the right around here somewhere, right? Yeah, this looks roughly correct. We note that Vlad the Younger and his father don't necessarily get on. He does seem to respect his father, but he isn't like seen in a great light by Big Vlad. So possibly safer hanging out with him than with Daddy Dearest. No, 6 hours is the maximum. Okay, we'll do that then. Okay. Hunger is maybe not a problem just yet, but
your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
all right, to the theatre then. Oh, it's spooky now. It got nighttime, but yeah, we're going to go to the theatre. Let's see this mime performance. I feel like maybe were it me in this scenario, taking in a casual evening of theatre wouldn't be my highest priority, but the voice in my head just told me that there's a new mime performance going on at the theatre, and that interests me. I am interested. Still don't know why this keeps happening. Am I earning money when that happens? I'm at 55 now, so next time that pops up, I want to see what happens to my total funds. I don't know why I just randomly get cash every now and again, or lose cash. I honestly haven't worked out which is the case yet. I'm also kind of a bit lost. I've not been in here before. Hello. You're a fine, startled young woman, aren't you? Look at all this soft orange lighting coming from these windows. Wow, it's so moody. There's like no one about, aside from the startled woman. Any more water bottles I can fill up? No, guess not. Going the wrong way. I'm not going to pretend I've got a good sense of direction. Oh, it just popped up again. I've got 2 more there, which put me to 58. Yeah, I do just gain money occasionally, which I suppose is nice. It's not really happening at a rapid enough rate to solve my issues with starving to death and having very little health remaining, but it is happening, so that's something. We've got a trickle of income.
Today, the killer was identified. Its nature turned out to be completely unexpected.
The enemy is found and named. It's called the Sand Pest. The contagious plague is threatening to ruin everything here.
How can a killer like this be punished? How can a villain like this be struck?
He can't. It's impossible. By pulling a knife on it, you'll just cut an innocent body.
I think I should go. Nothing to be done here anyway.
You should go. Go then. Wherever you please. Shoo!
What? What do they say? A sand pest. A sand pest. Something about it possessing people? Was that what I was getting from that? Hey, what the fuck just happened?
Yes.
Everyone's just saying they need rest. I'm just popping in to make sure you're alive and well as well. I say that to a lot of people, apparently. Interesting. Okay, well, thanks for that little tidbit. A sand pest. Almost sounds like a racist slur, doesn't it? Hello. My heart is crying for my poor children. How are my dearest doing? Is everything alright? Oh, woman's share is hard. Everything will be fine. Don't you worry. Don't you worry nothing. Don't you worry your pretty little shocked face. So what do I do now? What is my next step in this world? I guess we can just explore for a bit. Like, obviously I'm going to need food soon. Ooh, I get 720 for that ring. That is a nice little find. Watches, earrings, yeah, these all sell quite well. Can make a bit of cash. Interesting. Protects hands from infected surfaces. Okay, that's probably worth keeping. I know they're expensive, but they seem like they're helping me. I do have a knife as well, which can be used as a melee weapon. That's interesting. I'm not going to sell any of this yet. I'll sell it when I need to, just in case, you know, it's used for anything else. Nice to know I do have more money than I initially realised, though. I knew the gold ring would sell for a bit, but I didn't really expect anything else to really go for much. Definitely worth my time looting these bins, then. Do we return to Big Vlad now, then? Is that the next step? See what he has to say about me getting my inheritance? Because, I mean, that's what we're here for, right? At the end of the day. I know there's this whole solving the murder business as well, but, I mean, my name's been cleared, so... Is it that pressing to do so? That picture never isn't a bit disconcerting. Hello, Big Vlad.
Who will take Simon's place? No, it's not the time for us to look for trouble.
I've had a very hard day and so have you most likely. We deserve some rest. Let's talk in the morning. Okay. Problem with that is I'm a bit awake now. If I sleep I'll probably starve to death. So I'm going to go and just wander around town in the middle of the night, and once the sun comes up we'll have a chat then. Sound good? Why is your face so much better than almost every other characters in this game? Just out of curiosity. There's definitely been some models that got redone for the remaster, right? 100%. Compared to most of these other people, he's very high fidelity, you know? He almost looks human. Almost. Compared to, like, this guy. No, there's nothing you can do for me, man. How about you? Definitely this guy. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that is to be withstood. Oh, friend, if only I could wet my whistle, I'd gladly give you anything on earth in exchange for a gulp of chilly spring water. Oh, do you need a drink, you poor soul? How about some water? You want to barter? We are a poor lot, but we'd fork out something for a good man, a kind man, a big-hearted man. Like a fork. Yeah, a fork. Here you go, then. Yes! Here, you take... Okay, so it's 5 water he trades in. Fair enough, I'll trade 5 water for a bandage. Happily. Sounds like a deal. Thanks, pal. Things are looking up, if I dare say so. Got my health up a little bit more. I've got... Sorry, I just wanted to save. I've got some idea of how to get food. I noticed my immunity bar is getting a bit high. I don't know if we need to pop those immunity pills, but I know a lot of these pills do have side effects, so we'll have to start worrying about that a bit closer to the time, I think. I think in the meantime we'll just have a bit of a wander around, get to know the place a bit, you know? It's nice to not be on like such a strict time limit anymore. I mean, there are time limits, there will always be time limits. The guy's got a knife. We're going to avoid the man with the knife, I think. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be time limits for sure. There's always going to be those ever-present bars, but you notice none of them are in the top right anymore. None of them are threatening me imminently. So I'm quite happy to just walk about, look at the wacky pictures. Look at this one. That's pretty cool. And a little sippy? No little sippy for me. That's fine. Hey up, pal. He's not the sort who will engage. That's another knife man, isn't it? He looks the same as the guy who was carrying an... I don't think this one has a knife, though. Looks like the same model, though. Can't go in there. Yes. More bottles. Oh, he does have a knife, and he's coming right at me. So now we're back into the running away from man with knife game. Never going to be truly clear of this, were we? So nighttime turns out a bit more dangerous than daytime. That's fine, we know who we need to avoid and who we don't. We've learned now. Just need to find a house I can dive into to get this guy off my ass. I'm assuming in there is a place, but I don't know if that's going to be open. Uh-oh. There's a shop there, but I need to get round to it. The fuck? I just stopped walking. There's a bit of terrain that caught my shoe or something, and it meant I couldn't walk anymore. This is... I don't know, I've not been opening the map at all, I've just been wandering aimlessly, so I don't know for certain, but is this up near the Hunchback's house? Yeah, it's these buildings. We could get into one of these. Beautiful. Just need to wrap round to this side because that one on the side we approached from was very, very locked. Very nice lady. I'll come talk to you in a minute. Oh, there's another knife man here. What's with all the knife folk? The men of the blade. Whew. Okay. That's better. Which one of these did I go into? I'm not sure if the one I came out of is the one I've not been into yet. Oh no, I don't think I've been in here yet. Ah, there's another doorway. Hello. Who might you be?
Few people know death.
Oh, this is
They
Georgi.
endure it, usually from determination, and even from stupidity and custom.
Georgi Kane. Yulia thinks he's a potent mind to say the least, encyclopedically educated, well versed in mathematics and physics, has appreciable background in astronomy. With all that, his chosen field of study is decidedly occult, and it's impossible to disregard how successful he is at that. However awkward he may appear at first glance, the quotidian and the numinous. Please stop throwing these scary words at me, my brain is very small. They often complement each other very well. So is he the quotidian or the numinous? Which one is he? I assume these three houses in this little courtyard are the three people who run the town. They said something about a triumvirate or something, three people in charge. And that other guy, like, hadn't stepped up to be the leader or whatever, but he was still important, and then this guy is clearly something important as well, and as is the one in the locked house. Alexander Suborov's take is that Georgi is no successor to Simon. Semblance in appearances don't necessarily imply internal likeness. Kane is too deranged to be a good ruler. Were he, say, to rule our country, he would have turned it into some sort of theocracy. Okay. Yes, you will definitely don your deceased father's garb soon. I felt that familiar power as soon as you stepped into my home. You have almost come into possession of his inheritance, haven't you? Almost. I'm not sure I understand, Judge. My Maria is currently in the same state. A bud that is about to blossom into a stunning flower. A sun that has already shone on edge of its dazzling corona. We are now waiting for the sunrise. You're still missing a little bit. Perhaps it's only a matter of time. You haven't changed one bit since my childhood, George.
Tell me what you want, and I will tell you.
Okay. Alright, interesting. So he doesn't seem to think I can get my inheritance yet. He didn't really explain why, but he also speaks entirely in riddles, so I guess we're not going to find out why. I've got a lot of people to speak to in the morning, though. Seems to be a recurring theme at this point. Have we been in the church? I know I've been around here before, but I can't remember if I actually took the time to... It's locked. Okay. Fair enough. Hello, nice lady. What brings you out on a shady night like this? My hunger meter is suddenly a problem again. Nothing you can help me with, sorry. Are you? Cool? Yeah, you're cool. Just making sure he wasn't a knife dude. Not a fan of knife dudes myself. What's this? What in God's name is this? I mean... I've got to climb it now, haven't I? This entire structure is being held up by this anchor point here. This is some very strong reinforced concrete right here. I'm very impressed. See, this is the thing with this game. Like, on its surface, you're just wandering around town and you got to get your inheritance, find out who did the killer and everything. It's quite grounded. But then there's shit like this, and a lot of references to the occult and the pathologic fellas, you know, the black fellas with the white masks and everything. And there's just like an incredible uncanniness about it, and I am all for that, you know. Like, I played my fair share of horror games. I feel like they're kind of overplayed and overdone at this point. But the games with like a subtle underlying note of horror in a different genre, games like this, games like Majora's Mask, for example, and games like Inscription, which I'm also playing at the moment, you know, games that aren't necessarily just a by the numbers, look, it's a spooky thing, but will mess you up while trying to generally accommodate a different genre, I think are very cool. It's very cool to just see horror elements creep in elsewhere. And this is definitely one of them. Very psychological, very intriguing. I think there's anything here yet. Nothing here yet, but this is 100% going to be something at some point. There's no way this structure here is in no way relevant to the plot. I don't know what this floor plan's all about either. This looks like a top-down drawing of the building we're in. So, it does seem like we just need to survive until morning at this point. I don't know if my best bet is to pawn all my shit, buy more meat, get my hunger meter down as far as possible, and then just sleep until the next day. Because it seems like shit's going to go down tomorrow. We're going to have more to talk to Big Vlad about. We're going to have more to talk to The Bachelor about. I can't call him The Bachelor, though, because every time I do, I just think of that one TV show. But right now, all I can really seem to do is wander around and get stabbed, which... not my favourite pastimes. I'm not big on walking. I'm not big on moving at all, in general. Tends to be more effort than it's worth, I find. And the getting stabbed part ain't great either, if I'm honest with you. You know? Maybe quite like to avoid that as well. But, all that said, I would say this has been my most successful... You stabby? You're not stabby. My most successful Pathologic video so far, I would say. I've worked out a lot of my my issues. I've overcome a lot of challenges. And maybe we're finally ready to get the ball rolling, you know? I seem to say that at the end of every single one of these videos, but I think this time at least it's true. This time we have solutions to our problems, we have clear goals, we have all the good things that we want from a video game, including invisible walls that stop you walking where you want to go, but then sometimes let you walk where you want to go. He just killed a woman, and I am going to end here, I think, and let future Joe deal with the murderer up the road. I'll see you.